Hi, the security and safety checks were all done. Are you good to start boarding?
Yes, you can start boarding.
Okay.
Hello everybody and welcome to Philbert Flies. Welcome to Hyderabad in India, where we're going to be flying the A320 from Hyderabad to Delhi as Air India Flight 543. A very warm welcome to everyone who's made it here so far. Aditya, hello. I'm glad you're going to stay for the whole stream, Aditya. Anthony Douglas, Melon Thingy, hello, welcome to you. Dingo. And Dr. Roblox, I know you're not sticking around, but thank you for popping by. Samsonite, hello. Cerebellum, hello. And Simon, and Caffel, and Tom, and Riley. It's great to have you all here. So, this is, maybe one day, Aditya, maybe one day I would like to do that. When we have a decent long hauler, I might well. Welcome to this very special live stream. So today we're doing something a little bit different. As you are probably aware, India's suffering quite badly at the moment with COVID, and a lot of people are dying, and it's all pretty horrific. So what I thought I'd do is try and raise a tiny little bit of money. It's not going to make a huge difference to anybody, but it's something. And because of that, everything that I receive today, whether that's Streamlabs donations, super chats, super stickers, Club Filbert membership sign-ups, all of that money is going to be given to the Disasters Emergency Committee, which is a UK organisation that brings together 14 different charities with different areas of expertise, and it's going to their coronavirus appeal, and at the moment every penny they raise from that is being sent to India. So that's how this is going to work. You can also donate directly. There's a link in the video description if you'd like to do it that way instead. I'm not going to keep banging on about it, but that is the plan. So give as much as you can afford, and I will make sure that it goes somewhere useful. Okie dokie. So that said, let's get on board and start setting up. You may have heard just before I started that boarding is underway. So we're going to head up to the overhead panel and start the APU. Probably pass out for a 12-hour stream. Yeah, I'm probably, if I do a long haul like that, a 12-hour stream, then I probably would either split it and do a sort of departure stream and a landing stream, or I might just leave it going but go to bed. Willie, thank you very, very much indeed. £5 donated to the DEC coronavirus appeal. Starting the ball rolling. Thank you very much indeed. Hello, Sitira. I'm very well, thank you. How are you? How are you? And hello, Willie. And hello, Connor and Tijani and Dizzy. Hello. Oh, thank you very much. It's very nice of you to say. You currently in? Oh, are you? I didn't know you were down that way. Yeah, I mean, it says in the forecast that it's drizzling now, but there are thunderstorms about. So yeah, I guess the Sim's got it pretty right between that and what you're saying. It's good news. Good news. You want that livery on the 787 or the 747? What, the Air India livery? Yeah, that would be cool, particularly the 747. Good. So the APU is starting. We are connected to external power, but while that starts up, and I remember to not use P3D shortcut keys, we'll start setting up the MCDU. So over to the FMGC page, 22nd of April to the 19th of May. The nav data is current, and we'll go over to init A. So our alternate today is an airport that I'm ashamed to say I haven't looked up. It is OPMT. If anyone can tell me where that is. I think that's probably somewhere in Pakistan, but I'm not entirely sure. I only say that because OPIS is Islamabad, so could be. Flight number is going to be AIS something or other, AIC 543. Apologies, AIC 543. We'll use 20 as the cost index. And SimBrief has planned as flight level 300, which seems rather low for an hour and a half's flight. But then SimBrief does know about the weather en route, and I don't. So we'll just kind of go with it. And if we need to climb higher, we will. We will. Oh, Mark, I've just seen you said you're getting SimConnect errors in vPilot. That sucks. Well, I'll still be another 20 minutes easily. So hopefully you'll get it sorted out. Colin, this is your main account. Ah, well, welcome from both your accounts, Colin. And I'll try and remember your name, although I'm dreadful at that. You're tempted to do a long haul, started up before bed getting... Yeah, that's what I used to do a lot of, Melon Lord. That's what I used to do a lot of. Hello, Riley. I'm very well, thanks. How are you? Just did a hopper from Paris to Frankfurt. Yes, runways it's not great at. It's true. It's true. Yeah, let's, Riley. I hope you can. I hope you can. No worries, Kai. You have a nice day. You have a nice day out and about. So there is no ATC on, unfortunately, at Hyderabad. I have to say I was hoping that Aditya might have some local contacts who could man up the tower for us, but apparently not. There we are. It's one of those things. 9 right is what we're planned to depart from. We've got variable wind at 4 knots, so 9 right sounds pretty good to me. And we're going to set up for the arrival en route, because I had a little look at it, and there are so many different routes into the arrival runway from the star that I want to spend a bit of time mulling it over. You can see that flight level 330 is in there as we want. So we'll go over to init B, import our 0 fuel weight and 0 fuel weight centre of gravity, and we'll put in our block fuel, which is 9.6 tons. Hello, LDR in flight, welcome. Yes, very well indeed, thank you. Very well indeed. I said I wasn't going to bang on about this fundraiser. I think I might bang on about it a little bit, actually. I think I might bang on about it a little bit. So for those of you who have just joined and are unaware of this, every penny that you give me today, either through Super Chat, Super Stickers, or perfect timing, like Simon has done, through Streamlabs, it'll all be going...
Not only a quality YouTuber, but also a quality human being.
Oh,
fantastic idea for a stream.
Thank you. So that's another £15 going straight to the Disasters Emergency Committee to be used to support the fight against coronavirus in India. And that's what's happening with everything that is given to me today, whether that's Super Chats or Streamlabs donations or Super Stickers or Club Filbert membership sign-ups. I won't bang on about it anymore until we're in the cruise, and then I'll do a little bit more banging on about it, I think, because, you know, it's important. It's important that people know what's going on. I have calculated our V speeds, and they are going to be 164, 165, and 165. The transition altitude here is 7,000 feet. And we're going to keep the acceleration and thrust reduction altitudes, which should be set at 1500 above ground level and then 1500 above that, and they are, which is good. We're going to be doing a flaps 1 takeoff with a flex takeoff temperature of 64 degrees. Nice. So that's our MCDU all set up. I will catch up with the chat, and then we'll carry on. Yeah, I have to say, when SimBrief chooses totally the wrong runway, it does make me question a little bit its choice of flight level. Yeah, got no better idea, to be honest. Drop £5 to the website. Oh, thank you, Dingo. Much appreciated. That's okay, Colin. Don't worry. That's okay. You'll bang on about it. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, do, Willie. That would be very, very helpful. Yeah. That's a brilliant way of putting it, absolutely. Yeah, pretty fast V speeds today, Kai. I'm not entirely sure why. I guess it's potentially partly the altitude. We're at 2,000 feet, but it's not that high. I'm not sure. No, I didn't, Riley. I'll check that out when we're in the air. I take it you posted it in Discord, right? So yeah, this is AvinashC's Hyderabad airport, which actually made it into my first ever episode of Freeware Focus because it's very, very nice indeed. He's done a great job. The modelling and texturing is nice. The ground textures are really nice and look very close to what the real airport has, which is good. Loads of ground clutter, some landside detail. And what I really like is this drainage channel. I don't know why I like it so much, but it's just, I suppose it just shows a certain level of attention to detail that you don't always get in payware sceneries, let alone freeware ones. So yeah, I've had this airport for a very long time, but it's only recently that Delhi's come out, so I haven't really had anywhere that looked decent to fly to from here. So it's really nice to actually be taking a flight rather than just spinning a drone around it. No worries, Antonio. It was posted at like 2 or 3. Ah, okay. Okay, I'll check it out, Riley. I'll check it out. So let's just have a quick look at the departure chart, which I've got in Navigraph. I'll show you all of this once we're in the air. So yes, we're going to be taking off from 9 right, making a left turn, and then left to heading 293. And we have no at or below altitude restrictions, so we've got an unrestricted climb.
Thanks. No problem.
Thanks for the
Have a
load
safe
sheet.
flight.
We've got an unrestricted climb, so we'll just dial in our cruising flight level, which is going to be, I'm using my nice new throttle quadrant to do this, it's going to be flight level 300, and we're going to use managed modes for everything. So managed altitude mode, oh, it doesn't like that. Ah, it's because I haven't got the flight director on. There we are. Managed heading mode and managed speed mode. I've set the correct QNH. I'll just update that. Pressure's dropped in the last half hour, which is interesting. But that does match the latest meta, which is good. Right, so the APU should have started by now. We'll turn the APU bleed on, disconnect external power, and we'll run the before start checklist down to the line.
Before start checklist.
Cockpit prep.
Completed.
Completed. Gear pins and covers.
Removed.
Signs.
On and auto.
ADAs.
Nav.
Fuel quantity.
Set.
Takeoff data.
Set.
Baro ref.
1010. Set.
1010. Set. Down to the line.
Good. Yes, you're right. There is no heat fog. I've never been to India, but I can picture what you mean. Oh, we've got someone else joining us. Is this Dingo, do we think? Yeah. Payware quality, if it had modelled interiors, it's true. In fact, put it this way, I've seen far worse payware than this. So there are 4 of us from the looks of things. We have Mark over here. We have someone who I believe might be Dingo, given the Qantas livery. And we also have Scott, who I believe is in this Star Alliance livery over here, I think. Now, whether these liveries are accurate or it's just VATSIM model matching playing up, I don't know. But it's very nice of you to join us. Density altitude is like 3,600. Wow. So I've got the Honeycomb Bravo throttle quadrant. Yeah, that would explain the speeds. Can we MSFS 2020 on RTX 2060? Yes, we can, Cyanide Gamer. Yes, we can. Hello, Kami. Welcome to the stream. Right, let's have a check on our pre-flight events. So we've got 8 minutes remaining. This flight was due to depart at... Oh yes, there's a half-hour difference. It's like 6.5 hours in time here, which makes comparing Zulu time with local time very confusing. So I'm going to have a look up here what the local time is. So it's now 10:55. The real-world flight's scheduled to depart at 11:15. So we're doing all right. We're ahead of schedule, unusually. You just landed at Vilnius. You almost went around because cloud layer was at 300, not 4. Ah, yeah. Was that in MSFS or P3D, Kami? Because I would expect it of MSFS. I wouldn't necessarily expect it of Active Sky. Hello, Akash. Welcome to the stream. How are you? How are you? Right. I think what we can do is just fast forward the pre-flight events a little bit, get underway. And
Hey
we'll
guys,
just assume
all
that...
packs are on board.
Oh, there we are.
we clear to close?
There we are. All packs are on board.
Thanks. Let me know if you need anything.
No need to wait the final 20 minutes for departure. We will get underway. Oh, it's X-Plane 11. Okay. Oh, you're a passenger. Okay, I wonder who it is. Anyone here know anything about the Qantas link? Could be Harrison. Don't know. Don't know. Or maybe it's just someone I don't know, which is also fine. Cool. Right, so once the door's closed, which it is, and the windows are closed, and the jetway's moved away, we can turn on the beacon light. And we'll do the checklist below the line.
Below the line.
Windows and doors.
Closed.
Closed.
Oh, it could be Melon. Yes, could be Melon. You're right.
On.
Thrust levers.
Idle.
Parking brake.
On.
Before start checklist complete.
Try using Bijan Studio Vegetation Pack. Okay, I will. I'll check it out. I'll make a note. Bijan Studios. Is it freeware? Veg Pack. Right, so that's the before start checklist completed. That all seemed to go rather smoothly and quickly. I feel like I might have forgotten something. But anyway, never mind. I'm just going to check my audio settings on the old V-Pilot. Check that's all working. Riley, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for the donation. A great cause and a good opportunity to remind everyone that everything that is donated today is going to the Disasters Emergency Committee Coronavirus Fund to allow their charities to provide some relief to the people of India who are suffering like hell at the moment. Oh, we've just got a ground controller come online on 121.85. That's exciting. So in that case, we'd better get our clearance, hadn't we? Maybe I should have used the word Indian more often, Aditya. Oh, it's payware, is it? Okay. Right. Okie dokie. 121.85. I was not expecting this. I'm not ready for VATSIM. I think Air India's call sign is just Air India, right? Let's double check that. Don't want to make a fool of myself. Yes, it is. Air India 543 at stand 56. Do we have any ATIS or anything like that? No, no. QNH type A320 request clearance to Delhi. And we are on 121.85. Hyderabad ground, good afternoon. Air India 543 at stand 56, QNH 1010, type A320, request clearance to Delhi.
India 543, Hyderabad ground, Namaskar, stand.
Say again for Air India 543?
India 543, stand by, I'll just call you for clearance.
Roger. Right, it's not Melon Lord. Okay, I wonder. Hello, Alith. Welcome to the stream. You mostly use ancillary. Okay, okay. Ah, okay. AI and AIX, and the ICAO code is AIC for Air India, I believe. That keyboard sounds sexy. It's quite cheap. It's quite a cheap gaming keyboard, but.
India 543, ready to copy clearance.
AFM ready for clearance, Air India 543.
India 543, your cleared destination, Victor India Delta Papa, Delhi as filed via the Whiskey 20 airway, runway 27 right. And stand by for departure, initial climb 7,000 feet, Fox 0644.
Cleared to Victor India Delta Papa, climbing 7,000 initially and squawking 0644. Could you say again the rest, please, Air India 543?
And if 543, I'll just tell you the departure, just stand by.
Okay. Okay, so initial climb clearance 7,000. And squawking 0644 and a different runway, 27 right. It's exciting to have air traffic control on there. What's MB, Aditya? He sounds wholesome. He does. He sounds like a very nice man. I think he gave me an airway clearance after departure, but I didn't catch it at all. So yeah, we'll wait for him to get back to us.
And all aircraft on the ground, I unfortunately need to leave. So switch over to my Unicom 122.8. Really sorry for the delay, guys, and hope to see you all next time. Bye-bye.
Oh, okay.
Thanks very much anyway. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, I need to go. Sorry.
No problem. Have a good day. Right.
Have a good day.
122.8 back to Unicom, and we may as well stick with our original departure, I feel. So, back up to 30,000 feet. Interesting. The throttle quadrants seem to remember my last setting. Which is, yeah. I don't really understand how it works. It's all magic as far as I'm concerned. Hello, Kirill. Welcome. Oh, okay. No worries. Have a good nap. Have a good nap. No worries. Oh, MB, my bad. Right, with you. With you. Okie dokie. Right, let's announce on Unicom our intentions. Hyderabad traffic, Air India 543 pushing back from stand 56 to face west.
Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead, flight deck.
We are ready for pushback and engine start.
Roger. Release the parking brakes, please.
Oh, I hope not, Dingo. I
Parking
hope
brakes
not.
released.
Pushing back.
No, I don't think he would have known I was streaming. So for those of you who are flying, are we happy to continue with a 9 right departure? Or is that alright for everyone? You're watching live flight data at the moment above VOHS. A plane was in reverse.
Yeah, fine by me. Fine with me.
Roger. Watching live flight data at the moment above VOHS. A plane was in reverse. That is very amusing. Right, let's get these engines started.
Start your engines at your discretion.
Starting engine 2.
The only thing you care about is your meal. I know the only thing you care about is your meal, Dingo. But Mark and Scott might have other concerns as well. We don't know, Satira. We don't know. I assumed it was Dingo, but it's not him. And then he thought it might be Melon Lord, but it's not him. It could be Harrison, but I
traffic,
don't
India
think
882.
he's got time to fly today. I was speaking to him earlier.
To face west.
It does, Caffo. It feels so different, doesn't it? I was amazed. I was amazed. You have to flare like a lot more.
69 on stand 51, pushing back.
You want an in-flight Bollywood movie? I mean, if I could do it, Melon Lord, I would. Look at that pushback. I might not be getting any better at flying. In fact, there's some evidence that I'm getting worse at flying as time goes on, but I'm sure as hell getting better at driving a pushback tug.
Pushback complete. Set parking brakes, please.
Parking brakes set.
Roger. Okay, the tow bar is disconnected
engine
and the
1.
equipment is clear. We will see you on the right with the pin.
Thanks, and you can disconnect and go to hand signals.
Thanks. Have a good flight. See you later.
Yeah, yes, I know. I still haven't quite got used to it. Certainly my first few landings after getting the experimental version with the custom fly-by-wire, which is essentially what the dev version is now, were, yeah, the landings were all atrocious.
Regulations require compliance with this information as well as all crew instructions. The lighted information signs.
Let's have a look at the others pushing back.
By inserting the metal tip into the buckle. Tighten by pulling on the belt.
I shouldn't have shown you this side of the aeroplane. It looked much better. The pushback looked a lot better from the other side. Never mind. They should, Alif. They should.
Each door is equipped with an escape slide.
I mean, it would probably get dull quite quickly, but I do quite like the idea of coming onto VATSIM and driving a pushback tug around and just pushing various aircraft back. That would be quite cool for a bit. For a bit.
If there is a loss of cabin pressure, a panel will open and oxygen mask will appear. Remain seated with your seatbelt fastened and pull a masked horseshoe to start the flow of oxygen. Oxygen will be flowing to the mask even though...
Right, that's 2 good engine starts, so we'll turn the engine mode selector back to normal, up to the overhead panel, turn off the APU bleed, turn off the APU, turn on the taxi light. We're going to set our pitch trim for takeoff to 24.9% or there or thereabouts.
If the jacket fails to inflate, use the tube placed near the neck.
And then we'll do the after start checklist.
After start checklist.
Anti-ice.
Oh yes, anti-ice, that's a good idea. We're going to turn all of that on, given the cumulonimbus in the vicinity. There was me thinking I was clever for remembering to set the takeoff trim.
Set.
Ecam status.
Checked.
Pitch trim.
25%.
Yeah, there's a
Rudder
good mod for
trim.
X-Plane. There's an even better one for FSX and P3D, which just does it. You don't have to worry. Have my strobes on? No, my strobes on. Shouldn't be on. I think what you might have been seeing there is the over-reflection of the beacon light. Yeah, don't worry, Christopher. It's all right. Yes, so better pushback is good. GSX, in my opinion, is better because then you just tell it whether you want your nose to point left or right, and it does it.
0.
And
After
that
start
is
checklist complete.
that is being produced, I believe, for
Flight control
for
check.
MSFS. So it's only a matter of time, hopefully.
Full up. Full down. Neutral. Full left. Full right. Neutral.
Rudder.
Full left. Full right. Neutral.
And now we're away from the terminal building. I'm going to turn on our weather radar, which is going to look scary, but never mind, and the predictive wind shear system. Thanks, Alan. Yeah, it does look good. It does look good. Maybe not at Gatwick. Maybe not at Gatwick. A pushback, yeah, but a pushback sim for VATSIM would be good. Airbus is selling more and more Neos. That is good news. That's very good news. New roll sound on the latest dev build. Oh really? I wish I'd got that instead of the experimental. Winteroo, hello. You're very new to the channel. Oh great. Oh welcome. Thank you for subscribing. I hope you enjoy your first stream. Oh, the guys behind me. Yeah, that's just model matching. That's not actually them. I haven't Dingo actually. No, I wasn't. I haven't. It was too depressing.
Traffic, this is Qantas 210 at gate 57. Once the Star Alliance passes by, I will face east pushback.
Haven't seen anything around. Okay. Okie dokie. Right. Clear left side.
Clear right side.
Let's get taxiing. And I'm just going to have a quick look at my chart so I can say something sensible. Hyderabad traffic, Air India 543, taxiing to runway 09 right via Echo, Mike 1, Bravo 6 and runway 09 left. Let's go.
Hyderabad traffic, Air India 882 will wait for the Qantas aircraft pushing back in front.
But I think he's going the other way. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Hyderabad traffic, Qantas 210 will be facing east.
Oh, blow. This airport does not match the charts. It doesn't match the charts.
Roger, I'll quickly go past you then. Air India A82.
Hyderabad ground, Air India 543. My scenery doesn't match the chart, so I'm going to have to do a 180. I'll get out of all of your ways ASAP. There you are. Something went wrong, Satira.
Hyderabad traffic, Air India 2369, taxiing to runway 09 right via taxiway Echo Mike 1 Bravo 6 and runway 09 left.
Yeah, I had heard that, LD. I'd just forgotten about it. All right, Kirill, I will. This is Air India. Yeah, we say U-turn as well. I don't know why I didn't say U-turn. It just didn't sound very professional. Right, strobe light on. Not that one. That one. Hello, Aditya. Welcome to you. Oh, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. It's not a lot, but it's, you know, it's something. I hope. I did chuck a UE. It's true. Oh dear, oh dear. Isn't it like that runway is a taxiway now? Well, I thought so, but at the same time, it's still in the charts as a runway. And also, when we got our clearance from the ground controller who was on briefly, he was clearing us for 27 right, which is this runway. So I don't understand. I don't understand. Maybe it's a situation a bit like Gatwick, where it's essentially used as a taxiway almost all of the time, but is still technically a runway, which they can use if they want to. I don't know. I'm speculating wildly. Let's do our before takeoff checklist.
Brake check.
Pressure 0.
Before takeoff checklist.
Flight controls.
Checked.
Checked. Flight instruments.
Checked.
Checked. Briefing.
Confirmed.
Flat setting.
Config 2.
Config 2. V1, VR, V2, flex temp.
V1 164, VR 165, V2 165,
V1 164, VR 165, V2 165, ATC.
Set.
ECAM memo.
Takeoff no blue.
Down to the line.
Hyderabad traffic, Air India 543, line up and take off runway 09 right, departure via the Debir 7 SID. Strobe's already on, landing lights on, and below the line.
Below the line.
Cabin crew, be seated for takeoff. Takeoff runway.
Confirmed.
Confirmed. Cabin crew.
Advised.
Engine mode selector.
Normal.
Packs.
On.
Before takeoff checklist complete.
Ready?
Ready.
Takeoff.
Right, let's go. Thrust levers up to about 50% of N1.
Traffic, Air India 882, holding
Engine stable.
Alpha 10 for departure.
And up to flex.
Man flex, SRS runway, auto thrust blue.
Check. Thrust set. $100 knots.
Check.
No, I'm not overweight, Kirill, don't worry.
V1. Rotate. Positive climb.
Hyderabad traffic, Air India 882,
Gear
lining up 09 right.
Gear up.
And we'll get the
Autopilot
autopilot on. Give you a little look outside. Oh, did he turn it on? Sometimes he doesn't. No, he didn't. I'll do it myself. Beautiful, eh? And nor is he putting the gear up. Curious, curious. Must be something to do with my throttle quadrant, but I'm sure he did it last time. Isn't that spectacular lighting though?
Hyderabad traffic, Air India 2369, holding short runway 09 right at reporting point 12%.
Yes, so this is the the Bravo, Honeycomb Bravo throttle quadrant that I'm using. So we're above our thrust reduction altitude, so we'll move the thrust levers down to climb. And I've just realised I've still got the headphone simulation setting on, which means that the audio of the engines might be a little bit quiet. So I might go into the menu and tweak that for you once we're a bit higher.
Hyderabad traffic, Air India 882, taking off runway 09 right on a De Beer 7 departure.
Oh, I didn't switch the TCAS to TARA. Never mind. Because it doesn't work. Right, I tell you what this calls for. A wing view. There you go. How's that? How is that? And we can see Scott taking off.
Hyderabad traffic, Air India 2369, lining up runway.
So the taxiway, the runway should be a taxiway. Yeah, perhaps. We don't really know for sure. Oh, right. I'm amazed they haven't put the new runway in. What am I missing? Joel L. Yes, I don't see any messages from Joel L. I don't know what that's about. I'll check it out in a mo. Right. Flaps up, I think.
Flaps 0.
Speed checked.
Too busy enjoying the pretty scenery.
Flaps 0.
Not enough time concentrating on the flying. But look at that. Isn't it awesome to see other aircraft taking off? I'm very glad you two joined us.
After takeoff, climb checklist.
Landing gear.
Up.
Flaps.
Retracted.
Packs.
On.
Down to the line.
What's Die for Love, Aditya? I don't think I like the sound of it. I don't think you should do it. He said he'll update the scenery when they complete it IRL. Ah, okay, good. Good news, good news. Sorry, I've missed a little bit, haven't I? You did say something about it.
Air India 2369, taking off.
Ah, the old SDK limitations, eh? Yeah. Ooh. Some kind of track IR / head position mismatch there. That was what was going on. I do love this sim. I really, really do. I will forgive it so much for these visuals. It's nothing like it. Nothing brings you this close to flying in the real world. Right, why can't I see these this guy's messages? Is it something to do with... Must be something to do with Restream Chat, but I don't know what. Oh yes, you were on the filtering list. I should be able to see your messages now. Try again, Joel. And into the cloud. So we are well above transition altitude, well above it. So we'll set standard pressure. And get the co-pilot to do the same.
Standard, cross-checked. Passing flight level 149.
Welcome back, Joel. I see you now.
Now.
Check. Below the line.
Barrow ref.
Standard set.
Standard set. After takeoff checklist complete.
Awesome. Awesome. And we're above the clouds, and it wasn't half as bumpy as I was expecting. Obviously, those cumulonimbus had moved out the way. We'll give it a little bit before turning off the anti-ice, though, because this is Microsoft Flight Simulator after all. But we can turn off the seatbelt sign and, yeah, increase the range. So far, so good, I feel. Ooh, are they, Aditya? I did not know that. I would quite, yeah, I'd quite like a 3070. Dingo, we've only just taken off, man. Give the cabin crew a chance. Okay, I think we're clear of any moisture, so we will turn off the anti-ice. And we'll have a little bit more of a look outside. Because just, wow. Yeah, so I have a few upgrades that I'd like to do to my system, but yeah, I want to wait till I can easily get hold of what I want and not pay through the nose for it. But maybe that time is coming sooner than we thought. Who knows? I know, Joel, I'm very excited about that. It was supposed to be this weekend, wasn't it? But they hit a few bumps along the way, so yeah. It shouldn't be too long. You know I can't actually give you food, right? Start with it. Okay, okay, yeah. You deserve an upgrade, I think, Aditya, more than I do. Yeah, they do have Neos, yeah, they do. They do. And this flight, in fact, was done in a Neo the other day. Or today. Whenever I looked at it. I can't remember when I looked at it, but yeah. So we are, as always, simulating a real-world flight in a real-world aircraft. But as I said in the description, it's my first time flying in India. Never been here before. Never been here in the real world either, sadly. I'd love to come visit though. What airport is that down there? Does anyone know? The aeroplane should know, shouldn't it? So it's just sort of below us to our right. Oh, it's not coming up. Maybe it's a disused airport. It does sort of have the look of a disused airport. Oh, maybe it was never an airport at all. Who's to say? Who's to say? You're playing with MX-150. I don't know the MX-150. Oh, you know me, Keffel. If it's not a real world flight, it's not worth flying. Yeah, I will, Aditya, I will. Thank you, Satira. Thank you very much.
A small donation from one of India's neighbours. Let's hope and pray they get through this.
Yes, absolutely. They will. They will, I'm sure. It will, you know, it's just a question of how much they have to suffer before they do, really, isn't it? But it will end. So yes, a good time to remind everybody that everything that's donated today is going straight to the Disasters Emergency Committee Coronavirus Fund to provide some support to India as they go through this hellish phase of COVID-19. So do give as generously as you can. You can use you can either use Streamlabs at streamlabs.com/filbertflies, or you can give direct to the Disasters Emergency Committee, whichever you'd prefer. There is a link in the video description down below if you'd like to do that. And yeah, give as much as you can afford. Also, any money I make from Club Filbert membership sign-ups today, that will be going to the DEC as well. You did a flight from Delhi to Riyadh. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I've never flown to Riyadh either, I don't think. What even is an airport? Are we all are we all airports in our own special way? Possibly, Christopher. Possibly. Oh, I've hit 7k now. Excellent news. Thank you. Thank you for everyone who's subscribed and supported me. We will do something special to celebrate. VSA, what's VSALs by aviation? What's that? What's that? I don't know what VSALs is. Hello Yuri, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Today we are going from Hyderabad to Delhi in India, and I'm doing a bit of a fundraiser. So if you'd like to contribute, you can go to streamlabs.com/filbertflies, and everything that I raise today is going to the Disasters Emergency Committee to support their work, helping alleviate some of the suffering in India that's happening because of their COVID-19 spike. Could I do a Sri Lankan Airlines flight? Well, Satira, I would like to do a Sri Lankan Airlines flight, but I don't know if there's any good scenery for Colombo or anywhere else in Sri Lanka at the moment, and I only fly between airports that has good scenery, whether that's freeware or payware. But I will have a look, and I will add it to the list, and hopefully soon enough we'll have some airport scenery, and then I'll do it. Let me get the list up now. Kirill, I forgot to send you to bed, but but thank you very much for coming along, and sleep well. Yes, I will certainly do a long haul flight again for 10k, Colin, certainly. I might even do one before then. Scott, thinking about arrivals already. Hello Soham, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Thinking about arrivals already. You're planning for runway 28. Yes, I was Simbrief gave me 27 right, and I didn't like the look of it, so I hadn't got that far. But let me have a look at the chart. I think maybe 28 is a good call. Do a low flyby onto some monument in India for the Source, YouTube that starter video like, why is a tomato red? And after 2 minutes of talking about tomato. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, right. Right. A Vsauce, right, never heard of him. Was that a compliment, the Vsauce reference, Aditya, or not so much? Could do a flight from Kuala Lumpur to Singapore. Yeah, that would be nice. Yeah. I've got a hell of a list of possible routes, which I'll add to all the time. But I make very few guarantees that I will do any of them. But I certainly add the ones I like the look of to it. So both of those are on there. Some kind of Sri Lankan Airways flight. You're getting ready to go to Singapore from Perth, around a 5.5-hour flight in the A330. Nice. Is this in MSFS, Riley? How is the freeware A330 going? Tommy, am I going to fly to Colombia? I don't have any plans to fly to Colombia at the moment, no. He explains stuff so briefly that he has to explain a whole other topic. Okay, right. Cheers, Kirill. See you again soon, I hope. I did see the new Manila airport. Yes, someone asked me to review it, and I said I haven't got time at the moment. But it looks pretty good, doesn't it? I'm tempted to just buy it. You enjoy the keyboard sounds, eh, Dingo? I'll try and get on with a bit more typing during these flights in future. Anyway. Does it? Does it sit here? I haven't experienced that myself. I thought it was pretty good. Unless they've updated it and introduced some problems. Right. Just a moment. So let's have a look at the airport chart. 28 right, you said, Scott, didn't you? That looks like a sensible choice to me. Let's plan for that. Approach Sorry, not 28, right, runway 28. So the initial approach will load up there, final approach will load up there. Get rid of the runway 27 chart so I don't get muddled up. It's not entirely clear to me how you transition from this SID to the arrival. I guess we go to FS711, but that doesn't appear in the initial approach chart. D14 from DPN does, but yeah, that's a long way off. Would I be able to record a tutorial video for the FS2 crew Pushback Express and FS2 crew Flight Crew A320? Probably not, Joel, if I'm honest. I don't have a lot of time to make videos at the moment. I'm sort of focusing on the streaming. And they're fairly self-explanatory, I think. If you play around with them, you should get the hang of it. But if you've got any specific questions, I will do my best. You prefer them to wing views? Ah, is this the 787 you're talking about? Yeah. Oh, it was a disaster. Okay. What was that in response to, Riley? I missed that. What did I do today? Well, I had some breakfast, did a bit of cleaning. Now I'm doing this, and then I'm going to work at night, unfortunately. What airline do I think will release next in MSFS? Probably the 787, but it's the Quality Wing 787, but it's really anybody's guess because they've been very quiet for a long time. So we don't know. We don't know at the moment. Oh, how is the new freeware A330? Right, I've got you. Thank you. Yeah, because I tried the initial version and I thought it looked promising, but not quite there yet. Maybe it's time I gave it another whirl. If you'd ask how I found you, it's going to be you saying my first video from London to JFK or something on a 787. It was London to Chicago on a 787. It wasn't my very first video, but it was my first long haul. So were you there live for that, or did you just find it in your YouTube later on? Philbert found Grover. Hard it is. Well, thank you very much for sticking around and coming back. Yes, it is. It is. Well, it's not raining here yet, but it's about to get very stormy and wet, so I think I'm going to drive to work today. What are my opinions on the Project Megapack stuff? I'm not an expert on it. I tried the A330 when it first came out, and that was the first time I tried one of their planes because it had its own cockpit and it was supposed to feel like an A330 rather than just look like a longer A320 as maybe the A321 does, I think. Yeah, I think it's got a lot of potential, but the initial release I wasn't personally a fan of. But you know, it was a 0.1 release, and so it's very early days, and I'm still very excited about how it's going to be in a few months' time. It hasn't been updated in a while. That's a shame. Ah, okay, that makes sense. Right, let's try and get some kind of arrival cobbled together because it's a bit early, but I'm slightly anxious about it because the star doesn't seem to line up, doesn't seem to take you to the runway. Right, ILS 28. And it wants us to go via CHI. Well, let's insert that and see what it looks like. Because that's definitely how these things are done in real life. So we'll go over to plan mode, and we'll try and get both those in view, and then we'll just step through. Okay, so it's going to take us to CHI, and then we're going to do this sort of DME arc. That looks alright, doesn't it? Let's go with that. And let me try and relate that to a chart so that it actually makes a bit more sense to me. I just couldn't see CHI on either the star or the approach chart. So CHI, Sergo, then CHI. Okay, so it's basically just cut out quite a chunk of the star, but maybe that's prototypical. Maybe it isn't. It doesn't terribly matter. If there's no ATC online, it's a sensible route to do. There we are. I have decreed that that is fine. Did I crash? Yes, I have crashed once in Flight Sim 2020, yeah. When I was trying to land a Cessna in Cairo in some airport that the sim had generated, but I don't think it was an actual airport because the runway was ridiculously short. That's my only one, though, so far. Touch wood. Yeah, I should, Joel. You're right. You're right. I'll give that a whirl. But I don't really want the whole A320X cockpit. I want a proper A330 cockpit. Okay, no worries, Satira. Enjoy your shopping trip, and hopefully you can make it back for the landing. If not, I shall see you soon. Ah, really, Aditya? That is very encouraging. Will I ever fly A350 in P3D? I didn't know there was an A350 for P3D. I doubt it. I'm not going to invest in new aircraft for P3D, I don't think. Or if I do, it'll be the 777. I'll hold off for an A350 in MSFS. Right, I'm going to look... Yeah, this is a very good idea, Aditya. I'm going to have a look at Flight Radar 24 and see if that's the kind of approach they're doing at the moment. Won't necessarily change anything because I've committed to it now. But let's have a look at the arrivals. No, this pretty much did a straight in. This the flight we're flying to... No, actually it's not today's flight, but it's another Hyderabad to Delhi flight, which landed an hour or two ago. He came up to the right and then made a left turn. He didn't do the circle to land at all. So maybe we'll do a direct 2 to simulate that. Yeah, so I think he followed the star. I'm going to show you the chart. Hang on, let me get it up. Okay, so here is what the star chart looks like in Navigraph, and that mirrors quite closely what this Hyderabad to Delhi flight did, Air India 541, not that long ago. So we'll come up to Saplo, or he came up to Saplo, and then made a right turn under one of these Bavox arrivals. And then I think he probably went to this waypoint here. Could have been any of these, to be honest, but this is the standard one, so FS711. And then he went straight to final. So let's see if we can do that or not. So back to the arrivals. That's the point. Did he actually land on runway 28? It doesn't really matter. No, he landed on the runway on the left, but fine, 28 is good enough. So ILS 28, Bavo 5 Alpha, and so we're going to leave that, but we're going to change the via to either no via or final if it has it. Let's try no via, and then we'll step through again and see what that's done. Oops. So plan mode. Ooh, that doesn't look so good. No, it's still giving us this this DME arc. I tell you what we'll do then. We'll just go to FI28 and go direct to there as we get a little closer. I think that's a good idea. Yeah, cool, done. Joel, my room is my desk is just in the corner of my living room. I have a very modest setup. I don't have a proper streaming studio like other people do. You've got to put these waypoints and airways by hand. Why? I'm not going to buy X. I don't want a third sim, Kami. I'm not a fan of X-Plane, to be honest. How do you land a Boeing 737-800 on a runway? Ooh, that's a big question. What's your experience with smaller planes? I mean, the best thing to do, if I was new to flight sim, I would suggest that you start off with a little Cessna, do some circuits and work your way up, and then do some reading about the various aircraft you want to fly. Or if you don't want to do that, then just do some circuits in a 737 and get used to how it feels. Make sure you're using your flaps properly, all of that sort of thing, and just practice it. No, I'm not Roden. No, I'm not a real pilot. You changed your name? I don't know who you were. Can't even put in the departure and arrival. Oh no! Is this in the A330? I think. Yeah. That's weird. Yeah, that's not great. Right, I'm just going to go and get a drink of water, because I'm a little hoarse. I'll be back shortly. Right, I'm back. Your old name is Child Spirit. Right, okay. Oh, I've had that, Aditya. You're on a phone or a tablet or something, are you? You started flight simming with the A320. That's bold. Satira. Okay, good advice. Good advice, Dingo. I hope it gets there. I hope they work on it. Garlic Games, hello. How are you? Welcome. Yeah, I think the fly-by-wire A320 and the Aerosoft CRJ are the only two decent airliners in this sim at the moment. I haven't tried this new AA787 mod. I've heard mixed things about it. I don't know if anyone else has. Have you? Oh, thank you, Scott. Noob. What a noob. There we are. That's been there for ages. Why did no one whinge at me? Right. So yes, don't forget that this stream is really to raise money for the Disasters Emergency Committee coronavirus appeal, to try and do a little bit to help out the situation in India. So if you'd like to donate any money, you can either follow the link to the DEC in the video description, or you can super chat, or you can use a super sticker, or you can go to streamlabs.com/filbertflies, and or you can join Club Filbert by clicking the join button down below. Whatever way you choose to give money today, I'll make sure that every penny of it goes to the Disasters Emergency Committee appeal, and hopefully we can do a little bit between us to help out. So dig deep and donate what you can, please. What's my favourite scenery that I'm waiting for? I'm probably most excited about the Aerosoft Brussels scenery. Alith, no problem. Nice to see you. Thanks for popping by. But yes, indeed, Castle. Let's give you a slightly different one for a change. You guessed the 787 mod just adds some. I think so. Yes, I think so. Does it feel like a 787 yet? Because the default didn't, and I think that's something that modders have struggled with because so many of the files are locked down. I don't know. I've heard some people say they like it, other people say they don't. I should really just give it a go myself at some point, but I haven't had time. Brussels, Munich and Zurich. Yes. Yeah. I suppose the only reason I'm looking forward to Brussels... Well, there are two reasons why I'm looking forward to Brussels more than the others. We've got the Simwings Munich, which is pretty good. We've got the FS Dream Team Zurich, which is pretty good as well. We don't have a Brussels at all. And also because it's Joe Ellensund scenery, and he's the best in the business, or among the best in the business, so it's going to be amazing. Did I know that Chvesky is working on a Moscow airport? I didn't, but I had one of his Moscow airports for P3D, and it was really good. That was, I think, the first time I'd heard of him. So, yeah, that's very encouraging. I'm pleased. You would have donated more, but you ordered a mic boom arm last night. Oh, okay, no problem, Riley. It's just whatever people can afford. If that's a couple of quid, if it's 100 quid, whatever makes you think, can I really afford it? And then you decide you can. That's the amount I want everyone to give. It handles much better. Oh, good. Well, I will take it for a spin then. Well, in English we say Moscow, but the Russians say Moskva, don't they? Or something similar to that. He's making the main one. Shretyevo? Or something like that, I think. Yeah, do it, Kefla. I'd love to see it. Scott, thank you very much indeed. Thank you
for a very good cause. All of the Philbert Flies community thoughts are with India.
Right, should we have a little total, see how much we've raised so far? So we're on £36.29. £36.29. I gave £100 before I started. If we could match that during the stream, that would be awesome. So do keep on giving. Do keep digging deep. I'm sure some of you have donated to the DEC directly via their website as well, but which is great. But however you give, just make sure you do give what you can afford. I have used the Savage Carbon Dingo. I've got to be honest, I'm not a fan of it. There we are, I've said it. I love some of the other mods for the various cups, but I'm not so keen on the Savage Carbon. Do I feel good about the freeware airliners like the 777 that's in progress? I haven't heard about the 777, to be honest with you. I'm looking forward to the A220, the TAP one. I don't know why, I've got a good feeling about that. But yeah, I know who's making the 777. I don't think I know anything about it. Once you got very close to crashing when a bump in the runway in Nice. Wow, that's yeah, that'll do it. I had a similar thing at what's it called? Florence, as you may remember. Yes, it is, Kami. Yes, it is. You can make me a fan. That's big talk. That's big talk, Dingo. I used to fly it quite a lot on the South American bush trips that I do with the MSFS Bush Pilot server, but I haven't been along to those for ages. And I was hoping to go this week, but I can't because I'm on nights. Pinpoint simulations. Okay, I'll have to check them out. Yes, the 757 is looking good. I am excited about that one. Pinpoint simulations. Let me Google this. Ooh, we're in cloud. How much do you want to bet we're going to ice up? Not yet. Not yet. How do you say Rajiv Gandhi? Kami. Right. A little bit of typing for Dingo as well. Everyone's a winner while I Google pinpoint simulations. Better join the Discord, I suppose, hadn't I? Oh, should we have a bit of music as well? Oh, they're doing sceneries as well, I see. Ooh, that PFD's looking good. It's amazing the amount of time people are prepared to put into these freeware projects. It's really, really impressive. It's a good sign for this, for the future of this sim, I think. Right, bit of music. Who haven't we had for a while? We haven't had Trevor for a while. Would I want a list of freeware? No, I'm alright for a list of freeware, thank you. I've got so many airports to take a look at. But if you find anything that you think's particularly impressive, do feel free to post it in the freeware channel in my Discord server, Joel. Ah, thanks, Kapor. Mark, that is incredible. That is incredible. Thank you very much indeed.
Can't quite remember what the total was, but hopefully that gets it close to £100.
It absolutely does, Mark. It takes us to £100 and 29p, which is awesome. That's really generous of you. So there you are. If anyone else is wondering whether they can afford to give anything, yes, you can. As much or as little as you like, but do try and give something. Oh, I'll have a look at the pictures, Keffel. Thanks. Oh my goodness me! I wasn't too far off with the name of it. Sheremetyevo. Gosh, he's getting better and better, isn't he? He's getting better and better. I think the music's too loud. I'll turn it down a bit. Yeah. Exciting. Definitely be doing a flight there. Probably a review as well. Zebo and then this. Yes, indeed. I do remember you guys gaming. Welcome back. Welcome back. No worries, QB. Welcome back, Colin. Welcome back. Yeah, it's a pity about this murk, isn't it? Rather spoiling the views. There we are. They do, yeah. Yeah, if anyone else is wanting to see this, do join. If you're in my Discord, have a look at the Payware add-ons channel. If you're not, Google Javieski Design Moscow, and I'm sure you'll find these pictures. They are pretty spectacular. Now it looks like India, yeah. Oh, have you, Joel? Yeah, I'll have a proper look at that after the stream. Well, if I've got time before work. Your FPS is broken after the world update, and you heard if you clear and re-download rolling cache, it helps a lot. I've never had rolling cache on, so I don't know. I don't think you do re-download it. My understanding of rolling cache is that it just saves some of what it downloads in a cache, so that if you fly over that area again, it doesn't have to re-download the whole lot. But yeah, as I say, I've never used it myself. So I think probably just clearing it is all you need to do, though. Yeah, they do sound good, don't they? They do sound good. I I've been so busy talking about this giveaway, this fundraiser, that I haven't mentioned subscribing to my channel. But if you're new here and you haven't yet subscribed, do please do that. And do please chip in whatever you can afford to the India coronavirus appeal. That was only applicable if you had multiple screens, I believe, Joel. Oof. Good luck, LDR. Good luck. But yes, if you do have multiple screens, then it's worth a look. There is an optional update for it. Agamvir, hello, hello. Welcome back. Nice to have you back here. No turbulence at the moment. No, nice clear skies. Oh, the wing, yeah, so there's a little bit of flex in the wings, but I wouldn't, yeah, it's not because of turbulence, it's, yeah, it's just airflow over the wing that causes that, I think. You'd really be able to tell if we were in turbulence. So I haven't actually showed you the route, have I yet? I should probably do that. I've sort of given you an idea of the departure and that, I think, and the arrival. We looked at that together, but I haven't showed you where we've been and where we're going. So I will do that now. Someone please remind me though if I don't close this window. So let's get rid of some of this gubbins around the edges. Here's Hyderabad, and you may remember that we took off and made a left turn and left again over the city. And then this is the Sid portion, which took us up to Busbo, and we're flying pretty much due north, all the way to Delhi, which is up here in the north of India. And this is sort of what our arrival is going to look like. In fact, we could have a little play around. This is quite a useful way of trying to find the right transition. So CHI was what it was trying to get us to do, which you may remember started with us going off over here and then flying this DME arc type thing. So we don't want that one. We don't really know which of them we want, so that's why I was sticking with final. I think that's probably fairly prototypical. Having had a look at that flight that arrived from Hyderabad earlier today, it seemed to get vectors from here to final. So we'll simulate that ourselves, unless we can find a better via point that makes sense. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was vectors to final. Yeah, these must all be from other stars. Yeah. So yeah, we're going to stick with that one. No transition, just straight to final. And I'm going to close the window now, because you've got an idea of where we've been, you've got an idea of where we're going. So that's all good. Tina, hello. I'm very well, thanks. How are you? Do you, Agamvir? You're the second person. Well, Aditya, I don't know if you live in Hyderabad, but he's certainly there at the moment. That's really nice. Really nice to have some locals joining the stream. Oh, thank you, Aditya. I appreciate that. Yeah, every little helps. So around 2.5 hours of flying left. No, less than that, I think. Only about an hour. Only about an hour left. Aditya, thank you. It's come through. It's come through. Thank you very much indeed. We'll add that to the total. Okay, no worries, Colin. See you shortly. Oh, nice, Tina. Nice. What aircraft are you flying? And I will, of course, do my best to butter it for you, Aditya. The weather doesn't seem too bad, so whether I'll butter it or not, I don't know, but I don't think I'll have an excuse for not. Wind 3008 8 knots. It's a little bit of a crosswind, but... and haze... 37 degrees! Good grief, that's hot. That's too hot. You want yourself to be part of the stream so that if viewed again can make good references. That's true, that's true. Airbus A321, cool. Have I ever flown a Boeing aircraft? Yes, lots. Lots. Oh, sorry, everything about aviation. It's obviously delayed. I just saw Garlic Games say hello to you, but it seems to be working now. Don't know what that was about. Change the absolutely, yeah. I can change the view. Do you want? How about that? Please butter, otherwise we'll have to eat dry bread and everything else. That is true. Oh, the storm's cleared, is it? Oh, that's good news. That's very good news. Some shading issues on the engine part. Are there? You've got a better eye than I have. Let's have a look. It's alright to me. Looks pretty spectacular to me, Aditya, to be honest. Through the cabin windows. I think that might have been the heat haze that you were seeing. You talking about this? Yes, that is a bit of a problem. It's the haze that comes out from the back of the engines, and it doesn't look quite right. This is true. Let's have a good old-fashioned back of wing view, trailing edge view, eh? Hello, Paul. Welcome. How are you? You would, you would, Cerebellum, but I think it's, I'm not sure. Where does it say do not enter? Oh, the little man, yeah. Yeah, don't stand here. Yeah, I know. You shouldn't really need things like that, should you? Good, I'm pleased. Last time you flew, YouTube's going crazy today, the chat is disconnected. I've had it with YouTube. Seems alright at the moment, right? The altitude's 30,000 feet, Agambir. Last aircraft you flew on was an ATR 72-600. Oh right, I've never been on one of those. can you, Aditya? I didn't know that. Really, Paul? It's, yeah. Humanity's idiocy, eh? And this is why I'm glad I no longer work with the public, or rarely. That's amazing. My up speed is never higher than 9 megabits per second. But I don't have fibre to the premises. You have to go... Oh, okay, Garlic Games, no worries. No problem at all. Thank you for coming. And yeah, see you when we're on approach, hopefully. Preet, I'm doing good, thank you. How are you? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I miss flying as well. I think that's it, Paul. I don't think people generally are stupid. I just think if you see enough people, then enough of those people are going to make stupid mistakes and do stupid things that, yeah, you can get the impression that everyone's a bit idiotic, but that's not necessarily the case. Would you have a chance of collaboration? I don't know everything about aviation. Perhaps. Drop me a message on Discord. Let me know what you'd like to do. My favourite airliner is the Concorde, and my yeah, probably, followed by the 747-400, or any of the 747-3. Yes, I do, Cambridge. Yes, that's right. But it does me alright, you know. I would, yeah, obviously I'd like to have more bandwidth and faster speeds, but, you know, it's sufficient for doing this, and this is the most data intensive thing I do, so, yeah. I certainly wouldn't want to pay twice as much for a better speed, I don't think. So we're currently doing Mach 0.729, and that's 290 knots indicated. And 401 knots over the ground speed, because we've got quite a headwind. Hello Tristan, how are you? Right, enough people have joined now that I think it's time I banged on a little bit more about the fundraiser we're doing today. So everything that's donated to the channel, whether that's through Super Chats, Super Stickers, Streamlabs donations or Club Filbert membership sign-ups, every penny is being donated to the Disasters Emergency Committee appeal for coronavirus. And at the moment they're giving all the money to India. The DEC is an organisation that looks after, well, doesn't look after, but coordinates the efforts of 14 UK charities to make sure that the right people are doing the right things on the ground. So if you'd like to make a donation, the best way is either directly to the DEC, there's a link in the video description, or via Streamlabs probably, streamlabs.com/filbertflies. And if you all dig as deep as you can afford to, then hopefully we can get that total up and make a little bit of a difference. No, I'm not paying £60 for Virgin Media. The ETA thing is broken, is it? Are you sure? I think it's working. The ETA is real world Zulu time. So 14:23 is in about 55 minutes, which seems right. Let's have a look at what the FMGC is saying. 7:41 Zulu. So yeah, this is saying about an hour. So yeah, close enough. Yes, Preet. I answered that, Preet. It's Mach 0.729, 290 knots indicated, 402 knots ground speed. I don't have a target, to be honest with you, Aditya, because I have no idea how much people can afford to give. I know there are people on here who are, at school and have no money. I know there are people on here who are working and probably have quite a lot more money. But yeah, I've got no concept of how much we can raise. So we're at £101 at the moment. It would be awesome if we could make it to 200 by the end of the stream. I'd be really excited by that. But yes, if everyone just gives what they can afford, as much as they can possibly afford, then we'll see where we get to. But I pay half the price for Virgin Media than you're paying for BT, Kami, and that's with telly. 8 o'clock for you, around 8:30. I hope you can stay, Aditya. We're flying Air India, Preet. Bye bye, Yuri. Your package is 30. This is interesting what everyone's paying. Do you pay line rental on top of that, Paul? So I'm at the moment paying £35 a month, but not for. I don't have a landline. Tristan, absolutely, that helps. Thank you very much indeed. I'm going to add that to the total. Very generous of you. Thank you. So we're now up to £121 and 7p, which is pretty good going. But keep it going. If we keep going like this, we could absolutely make £200 by the time we shut the engines down, and that would be awesome. I don't know why you didn't get text-to-speech, Tristan. I'm sorry about that. Oh no, I do. It's because it's a super chat and I haven't got it set up today, so I don't know why you do it. You're in school as well. Ah, okay. Yes, I think I will do more of these, Aditya. Absolutely. All included. Interesting. Well, my contract's due for renewal, so I'll definitely be mentioning your name, Paul, when I speak to them. Anyway, getting such a good deal from Virgin Media, Paul. You must have a bit of loose change to chip into the DEC coronavirus appeal, no? No, that's a bit pushy. I won't be saying things like that anymore. Oh, thank you, Pri. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I can do another transatlantic travelographer. I'll let you into a little secret. I am planning a transatlantic in P3D in the 747 at some point. So that'll probably be my next long haul stream when I have time for it. Your Hong Kong fibre is 1,000 megabits for 35? Really? That's amazing. Also 1,000 megabit. Who needs 1,000? So Paul, the best way, by which I mean I'm giving everything that people donate to the charity, but YouTube takes 30% of super chats. So I'll be coughing up a little bit more for the super chats. The best way, if you want to donate via the stream, is streamlabs.com/filbertflies. That's nice, Riley. That is nice. Nice way of doing it. Really? That's amazing. I'm sure you've told me this before, Oh, thank you, Chrissiton. Thank you very much indeed.
For India and your nice streams.
Thank you. Another £17.37. So the total as it stands at the moment is £138 and 44p, which is incredible. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Yes, Tristan, what is your deal? How did you end up in a small village in Hong Kong? I've pressed the wrong button and disconnected the autopilot. Or did you always live there? Hello, Demetrius. Welcome. Welcome. How's life with you? Melon Lord, thank you ever so much. Thank you. That's very kind of you. There we are. I'll put that at the bottom of the screen, then everyone can see it. How long until we land? Just under an hour. Just under an hour. Slightly delayed notification, but we got there in the end. Thanks again, Melon Lord. Right, now I have to do more currency conversion. Paul! Thank you very, very much indeed. £10 plus 5 Australian dollars. Let me just convert that. 5 AUD. GBP £2.79. £12.79 to add to the total. £151.23. Awesome. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Your brother lived in Lantau Island when you arrived. Okay. Yeah, I can totally relate to that. I mean, I'm a city dweller, and I loved Hong Kong when I visited, but the surrounding countryside is spectacular, and yeah, I think the hustle and bustle of the city would get to me in the end there. Thanks, Keffel. Oh yeah, I typed it wrong, didn't I? I didn't do the HTTPS. Noob. I'd say you had a total raised amount on the screen for newcomers to be encouraged. Yeah, it's not a bad idea, actually. That's not a bad idea. Right, let me do that. There's probably a way of doing it automatically, but I don't know, so I'll just type it. Where's it put that then? Ah. I will move this to somewhere more sensible. What did I say? 151.23. I've done it wrong. 151. Wait. £151.23, and we'll make that. Where shall I put it? Up here and make it a bolder colour, I think. No, put it in, I don't know. Let's put it here. This isn't about graphic design, is it? But I just want it to stand out. Colour. Let's make it orange. Let's put it down there and get rid of the tip tracker. We don't need that today. There we are. It's not the most pretty thing, but it'll do. Sorry, I'll catch up on the chat. Oops, you're late. Wow, don't you worry. Better late than never. So we're running a fundraiser today for the Disasters Emergency Committee, which is coordinating charities to support the efforts to combat coronavirus in India. There's a link down below if you want to donate. It would be lovely to have some of your money. Lantau is like living 30 minutes by comfortable fast ferry to central London. Yeah, that is the best of both worlds. Yes, still aiming for a runway 28 with a direct to FI28, I think. That's my plan, Mark. How long did it take me to get used to playing the game and getting a hang of it? Oh, well, I've been simming for about 20 years. So quite a long time, and I still make mistakes. But I'd say it probably took me, I don't know, 3 or 4 years, well, 2 or 3 years of casual occasional simming to get my head around flying an airliner. Oh, yeah, next month, Aditya, next month. Oh, that is slow, Kami. These days is your Easter break and you have family dinner, so you don't know if you'll stay till the end. That's alright, that's alright. Family comes first, Demetrius. But yeah, it's nice to have you here for a little bit. Okay, everything about aviation. See you in a bit. See you in a bit. Right, I'm going to take this opportunity to nip to the toilet. I shall be back in a moment. Right, I'm back. Sorry about that. You had it 2 hours behind before without knowing. You're not the first, Melon Lord. Welcome to the here and now. I'm going to change this totalizer because it's not standing out, is it, if we're honest? There we are. That's better. That's better. It's clear what I mean. So yes, just a reminder, today we're raising we're raising money for the Disasters Emergency Committee coronavirus appeal, and at the moment all of the money raised by them is going to India. The DEC is a collection of 14 charities, and they work together to provide support on the ground. So do chip in as much as you can possibly afford. Let's try and get it to £200 by the end of the stream. That would be really awesome. Just go to streamlabs.com/filbertflies, or you can donate directly if you'd rather, using the link in the video description. Do you know why I said funny? I think because Comic Relief, which is a UK charity that runs Red Nose Day, I don't know if you'd have heard of it if you're not from the UK, their slogan is "Let's be funny for money" or something like that. So when I was thinking of fundraising, I was thinking of Comic Relief. Yes, this is another advantage of Twitch. You cannot get behind, but of course the downside is you can't rewind either. Imagine, Aditya, imagine. Top donation so far is Mark by a country mile, but we've had a lot of generosity, which is really good of you. Yeah, Ben does it quite often as well, Cerebellum. Maybe what works, Kami? Of course, the other option, if you're looking to donate somewhere in the region of £2 or somewhere in the region of £6, is to join Club Filbert. And I'll make sure that this month's membership fee goes straight to the appeal. I will tell you about it by typing !Club Filbert. It's basically, generally, it's a way of supporting the channel, but this month, it's a way of helping to fight COVID in India. Oh, let's have a look, Aditya. Let's have a look at a map. So we're just north of Bhopal, and we're approaching somewhere called Guna. I guess Madhya Pradesh is a region, right? A region of India? Honestly, I know nothing about the geography of India, shamefully. Oh, it's yes, second largest Indian state. Well, just comparing it with the Navigraph map, I would say that we are either in Madhya Pradesh or just a little bit south of it still. Oh no, we are, because yeah, Bhopal is, so yeah, we must be in Madhya Pradesh. Right, got it, thank you. Is that true, Kami? Where's the radiation coming from? You might be right, but it just has a little bit of a feel of... No, let's not finish that sentence. Yeah, no, that's not true. You don't get that much radiation flying. So if you were to fly all the way from the east coast to the west coast of the United States, you would get an amount of radiation equivalent to half a chest stroke, to less than half. Sorry, the amount of radiation is less than the amount of radiation received. So less than one chest X-ray's worth in about 4 or 5 hours. You've got to head out now. Have a good day. You too, Riley. Thank you for coming by, and hope to see you again soon. Really? That's phenomenal. That is phenomenal. I don't know why we're talking about radiation, Joao. Kami brought it up. He comes up with these things occasionally. And then I have to fact check them. Yeah, you were onto something there, Demetrius. Just the long explanation detracted from it slightly. No, a Google user. No. I'm glad you put the winky smiley face at the end of it. Well, yeah, I was hovering over the ban button there. But I think it was a joke, right? Absolutely, Aditya. Yeah, every penny raised is going to the DEC, and I'll post a screenshot of the receipt on my Discord server afterwards in case anyone has any genuine doubts. But the other option, of course, is to follow the link in the video description and give straight to the DEC. You don't have to do it through Streamlabs or any of the YouTube options. You can do it yourself. Oh, congrats, Tom! What are your next steps going to be? Hello, Philip. Nice, nice. How long are you spending on roads? Or do you live on roads, perhaps? Are you going home? So yes, so we're on £151.23. For those of you who have recently joined, we're doing a little fundraiser to try and raise money for the DEC to be spent on helping ease the coronavirus crisis in India. So if you want to donate, you can either do it directly through the link in the video description, or you can go to streamlabs.com/philbertflies, and it would be really awesome if we got to £200 by the time I ended the stream. That'd be a nice round number. So give as little or as much as you like, but preferably loads and loads and loads, because it's a really important cause, and yeah, it'd be nice to do a little something to help as we fly over India. Oh, you live on roads, nice. Beautiful part of the world. You just installed for MSF and Model Match. Oh, okay, so you know what you're doing already. Just a question of getting it up and running. What are you skeptical about a Google user? Okay, Demetrius, see you later. You don't. I assume you mean VATSIM. You don't have to. You don't have to use your mic. A lot of people just use text, unless you're a controller, of course. Yeah, not a bad idea, Joel. I'm going to post a link to the DEC's web page in case anyone hasn't heard of them. They're a great organisation in my opinion, and I can't think of anyone more likely to make sure that the money gets spent properly and that the right charities are in the right places doing the right things. That's why I've chosen to support them rather than anyone else. Yeah, you just go to settings, push to talk, and then set new push to talk key or button, and then press the button you want to use. Oh, that's disgusting, Aditya. That is disgusting. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, there are some absolutely vile people out there. Yes, I've never used Xpilot, but I assume it's pretty much the same. I can't imagine why there'd be a different system. Yeah, ad revenue is a slightly tricky one because it doesn't come through for a month. But yes, what I thought I'd do, everything that's being donated at the moment is going to go straight to the charity after the stream. And then what I'm going to do when I get my next YouTube payout is I'll check how much ad revenue I've made from this video, and I'll donate that as well. I mean, it's only going to be a few pence, Aditya, if you do that. I mean, feel free, every little helps, but yeah, it's up to you. So we're not too far away now from our top of descent, I suspect. Let's just have a look at that star and see what sort of altitudes we need to plan for and when. Do you have a yeah, okay. It depends on the charity, but charities exist to make sure that the money gets where it's going. They don't make any profit. Perhaps some of them could be run slightly more efficiently. But do you have a better idea of how to help people in India than through charities? That's the question. I mean, obviously, in an ideal world, charities would all be redundant because governments around the world would make sure that there was no poverty and no suffering, because there is the money around to make that a thing. But it's the best we've got. That's true, Aditya. It's true.
Exactly.
What was I trying to do? Yes, that window there. So we want to be at or above flight level 150. Hang on, which arrival are we using? That would be a good place to start, wouldn't it? Arrival. Bavox 5 Alpha, sorry. Flight level 110 by DP505. Flight level 110 or below. So, let's aim for 9,000 at DP505. I think that's a good idea. Yes, indeed, Aditya. Yeah, but it's a bit late for that, Joao. It's a bit, you can blame the Indian government, and you're very justified in doing so, in my opinion. But blaming things that have happened in the past doesn't help people who are dying needlessly at the moment. And it doesn't help stop the suffering that's going on at the moment, and that's why charity is necessary, unfortunately. Yes, I think he is. I know people have different opinions on charity, but really the option that is open to us as people in the UK, or people in most of the world, is either to do nothing at all, or to donate to charities that have years of experience in international aid, and who can do something. And in my view, it's far better to donate money to charities that have years of experience in international aid and do something than do nothing. Yes, I think that's probably enough in the way of politics. But if you've got any money that you don't need, then do please donate it to this fundraiser, either directly using the link in the description, or via streamlabs.com/filbertflies, or join Club Filbert, or do a super chat or a super sticker, or whatever way you want to do. But the best way is probably streamlabs.com/filbertflies or direct to the DEC. Is it just for you that VATSPI is saying there's a data download warning? I haven't. I get that from time to time with VATSPI. I haven't actually got VATSPI open at the moment, but I'll have a little check. No, I've got the same. Yeah, I've got the same. Your funds are locked in your grandpa's account. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about your grandpa dying, Aditya. That's awful. I'm sorry. Yeah, well. That's your money to do what you want with when you get your hands on it. And Toady, thank you very, very much for the £20. That is definitely getting us
closer to the target.
Definitely getting us a lot closer to the target. I'll replace that 5 with a 7. And now we have £28 and 77p, if I'm not mistaken. £28 and 77p to get us to 200, which is awesome. So yes, keep digging deep, all of you. What was I doing? Something to do with flying, I think. I can't remember what. Oh, that's right. I was going to look at the approach, setting up for the approach.
You have control.
Yes,
I have
okay.
control.
So, we want to be, I decided, what seems like a lifetime ago, at 9,000... No, let's forget about the constraints on the star, actually. It's the approach we want to look at, really. So we want to be at 2,600 to intercept the localizer, and we want to be there 12 nautical miles before DPM. So, 2,600, we need to lose how much altitude? 28,000, 28,000, so 27,400 feet. So, we'll do 27.4 times 3. So we want to start our descent 82.2 nautical miles away from glide slope intercept, which is not yet. So in the meantime, we'll go over and we will check our RadNav page, make sure the ILS is tuned in, and it isn't, as is often the way with add-on airports. So we can fix that 110.3. We'll set auto brakes to low. Got a good long runway, so we don't need any more than that. Take back control.
I have control.
And then
You
we
have
just
control.
need to keep our eyes out for our top of descent. Currently on your way from Malta to Cyprus. Sorry, to Malta from Cyprus. That's alright, it's a sim. It's a sim, you're allowed to do that. Yeah, not long to go, Aditya, not long to go. Will this world pandemic end this year? I don't think it'll end completely, no. I would like to think that by the end of this year enough of the population will have been vaccinated that we don't have horrific spikes like India's experiencing at the moment. But I would say, I don't know, it's not impossible. Obviously, I really hope so. But I think for things to be properly back to normal and everyone to be able to travel where they want to travel and not worry about being indoors with people, I think it's probably going to last beyond the end of this year. But no one knows today, for sure. Yes, I didn't mean to turn this political at all. It's just sort of happened. Yeah. Yeah, it needn't be. It needn't be. You just need to donate money. Then it can stop. Yeah, I do as well. I do as well. I'm hopeful I'll be able to go away next spring. I've got fairly firm plans to go to America next spring, which I really hope don't get cancelled. Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. No, I don't even know what they are. I was just in the process of Googling them. It's a word I've heard of, but I don't know what it is. Oh, the planes. I don't think we do. I'm not an expert on military planes. Thank you, Shamrock1710. Nice to have you here. Yes, it is a little bit Jurassic Parky, it's true. Is it too quiet? It's very hard to hear the balance through my headphones, I have to say. I'll turn it up a notch. I think it's quite nice sort of soft background music for the cruise. That's why I go with this. Favourite stock plane to fly in FS 2020, like as in with no mods at all? Probably the Cessna 152, to be honest with you. With mods, then it's got to be this or the CJ4. The CJ4 is better than this, but yeah. I mean, it's better in that it's a more complete simulation with the mod. But yeah, I do like flying airliners, so yeah, probably this. That's a fair point. That's a fair point, Cerebellum. That's a good point. It depends. It depends what your class is over. Do you know what I mean? It's never going to go away completely, but I think one of the possibilities is that it will mutate to become a lot less serious, and will become just like any of the other coronaviruses which cause mild cold symptoms. So I think we could class that as over. I think some sort of herd immunity through vaccination, which means people aren't going to get as sick as they are at the moment, and it's not going to spread as rapidly as it does at the moment. We could class that as over. But yes, it varies. Oh, Gibi, yeah. I hope it doesn't affect her too much. If it feels normal to her, then hopefully it won't. Anush, hello! Welcome! Well, it's lovely to have you here. Lovely to have you here. Marcus, hello! You'll do your donation to Deutsches Rote Kreuz. Excellent! Oh, thank you. That's really good to hear. Really good to hear. Look up Project Hazel on Google. Okay. Good grief, that's a fancy old mask. That's a very fancy old mask. Still an N95 respirator though, which means it's not going to be that easy to breathe through. Still, interesting. No, I actually tried the... Oh, it's fantastic, Tristan, yeah. It's fantastic. It's probably the most complete simulation that we've got so far. It's got working VNav, it's got LNav that works, it won't send you back to a random waypoint if you change the arrival. Yeah, I did a whole full flight lesson with one of the developers, Matt, and Yes, you should watch that probably. Okay, so as we pass this waypoint here, which is Sergo, I'm going to go direct to FI28, I think. Is that what I said, or did I say CI28? Hang on, let's look at the flight plan. I don't want too short a final. Yeah, we'll go direct to FI28. CJ4 mod, that's what I was talking about. That's crazy money, isn't it? Voice amplifier. Oh, well. There. This is your favourite airline, is it, Anuj? Awesome. I'm glad you're able to catch a bit of the stream. Really? What, in Hong Kong? Amazing. Oh yeah. Anyway, let's start descending. That's what I want to do. We'll go down to 3,000 for now. Too busy looking at masks and things, and we're going to go to direct to FI28 because it doesn't make sense to do that arc from this approach, from this direction. And we'll go over to our perf approach page and set that up. So we'll get the latest weather. I'm just doing it via vPilot because it's much quicker. Winds 320 at 40. At 40? No, at 04. Thank goodness for that. Oh dear. Temperature's 36. QNH is 1004. Transition altitude, let's have a quick look at a SID so we can get an approximation. So the transition altitude on the way up is 4,000 feet, so we'll call it flight level 50 or 5,000 as this inexplicably wants me to call it. And we just need to put in our decision altitude, which is going to be 1006. There we are. And that's us pretty much fully set up for the approach. $100. Okay, quid is a lot, not, isn't it? 75. Yeah. It's a pound's worth. Yeah, more than $1. Used to be about twice $1, but not anymore. I'll be doing ILS an ILS approach, but I'll be landing it by hand. Don't forget, people, we're on the descent now. It would be really awesome if we could get another £30 or so. So any of you who haven't donated, or even if you have, but you've got a little bit more money, wondering if you really gave everything you could afford, do get on that Streamlabs link or give it direct to the charity, whichever you'd prefer. And we'll try and get this total up. So we've got 40 nautical miles to lose 20,000 feet, which is not enough. It's just not enough. So we're going to use a little bit of speed brake. Dickens, thank you very, very much. £8.67, €10, I presume. Thank you.
Let's do some more oxy.
£171.23 plus £8.67 is £179.90. Let's update that. So we really need another £20 and 10p. If anyone's got £20 on them and perhaps in a wallet and they think, am I really going to spend this in the next few months, or could I afford to chip it into this appeal? Do the latter.
Cabin crew, prepare for arrival.
So we're passing about 20,000 feet, about 15-20 minutes out from landing. We'll turn the seatbelt sign on. Oh, you're at work driving trains. I thought you'd retired for some reason, Dickens. Yeah, I do. Yeah, we've had this discussion. Yeah, I don't drive them, but I try and make sure they keep going. Let's have a quick look on Volanta, seeing as the VATSIM isn't working. See how everyone else is doing. Seem to have some good spacing. Scott, just behind me, and Mark behind him. Hopefully then... Ah, Scott, great minds think alike. Yeah, it looks alright, doesn't it? Yes, so hopefully I'll get down, and hopefully I'll be able to film their landings. If it's not too busy, I'll just stop on a taxiway. And I was going to have a look at which gate this flight parked. Christian! We very nearly.
Did we made it?
Very, very nearly. Thank you so much. Near as damn it. So you gave £20 and 1p. I'm just going to add it out. I think we're like 10p short or something, but it doesn't matter. What's 10p? 179.90 plus £20 one. Yeah, £199.91. Super generous. Thank you very, very much indeed. 199.91. But the beauty of this is it does give us the opportunity to push for £250. Because someone could come along and say, well, do I really want to make up the 9p, or do I want to give a little bit more? Oh, it's VATSIM working again. Awesome. Check the RadNav page. I have, Scott. Don't worry. I've done it. It wasn't in there, but it's in there now. 110.3. We're about to pass 10,000 feet, so we'll turn the landing lights on. $80 knot headwind doesn't help. Oh, sorry, I missed something there, didn't I? You're about 1 ton of fuel under what you should be. Ooh, that is a bit worrying. Where are you off to, Melon Lord? You may have said. I might have just forgotten. That's alright, Scott. Best to check. It's very much the sort of thing that I might well have forgotten to do. So we've got 7,000 feet to lose. Yeah, we'll keep that spoiler out for now. In fact, I keep forgetting I can use the one on my quadrant. Right, I don't know about you, but I think it's time we stopped the music and started concentrating a little bit more on flying the plane. There we are. Call it a day for that. Let's decrease our range. Yes, yes, you should absolutely watch your speed and concentrate on the train, Dickens. I'm pleased to hear that. Pleased to hear that's what you're doing. Following along behind us. Oh, really? Do you know, I haven't actually been... I never do check my fuel on my flight plan, but I've still got 4 tons left. And my reserve fuel was more than that, I think.
We'll be arriving at our destination.
Let's have a quick look at my thing.
Flight, please see the customer service agent.
Yes, I'm supposed to be landing with no less than 1,110 kilograms. So, yeah, we're doing absolutely fine. Don't mean to brag or anything, Melon Guy. Melon Lord.
Also,
So if anyone has just joined the stream or hasn't been around since I last talked about this, we're trying to raise some money for the Disasters Emergency Committee Coronavirus Fund. If you'd like to donate, you can either donate via streamlabs.com/filbertflies, or you can join Club Filbert, or you can do a super chat or a super sticker. Whatever way you choose to give money, I will make sure every penny of it goes to the DEC. And it would be really, really nice to get this total as much over £200 as we possibly can before ending the stream. But thank you all very much indeed for your generosity so far. Right, let's turn on our LS, and because we're going to be going below the transition altitude, transition level, we'll select local pressure, and the sim reckons it's 1004, which matches the METAR, so that's good. That live weather is getting more and more accurate, I feel. And I believe glide slope intercept altitude wasn't quite 3,000, no, it was 2,600. I'm slightly worried about this approach actually, because we've just popped up on the chart. And we're just FI28. We want to actually be lower. We want to be at 2140, and I don't think we're going to do it. I don't think we're going to do it. We'll whack full speed brake out and hope for the best. We may have to do a little circuit or something like that, and we'll do the get the co-pilot to set his altimeter.
Set.
And then we'll do the approach checklist.
4 set. Passing 4,800.
Christopher, thank you. Thank you very much
check.
indeed. 102.91. 202.91, I mean. Oops, didn't mean to do that. There we are. 202.91. A fantastic total. But if anyone's got any more loose change or big wadges of cash they'd like to donate, I would be delighted. I'd be delighted if you'd chip them in. And we'll just get this as high as we possibly can.
Approach checklist.
We'll do the approach checklist.
Confirmed.
ECAM status.
Checked.
Baro ref.
1.
Yeah, this is bonkers. What we're going to do is go around and vector ourselves for another approach, because FI28 was just a bad idea. I hold my hands up. It was a bad idea. We should instead have gone for an earlier waypoint. So we're going to stick at 3,000 feet if we can. 3,000 feet. 2,700 will do us, and we're going to do a sort of a right circuit. This is what happens if you try and multitask and don't concentrate on the flying. But today it's absolutely fine, because the flying is less important than... Oh, come on, why are you still descending? The flying is less important than the total we're raising for the appeal. So we're going to go up to 3,000 feet, and we're going to do a right circuit. Thanks, Caffel. Good, Mark. That's a much more sensible idea. So we're going to go around to heading 100 for a sort of a long downwind, and I'll try and keep out of the way of Mark and Scott. Yes, indeed, yeah. Overhead brake, yeah. Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. Anyway, never mind the flying. We are on £202.91. Wouldn't it be wonderful? Now I'm treating you all to a bit more flying than you bargained for, if we could get it even higher. Streamlabs.com/filbertflies, or direct to the DEC, or via Super Chat, Super Sticker, Club Filbert membership, whatever you like. Just keep it coming in.
Approach checklist complete.
Let's get some bloomin' flaps, shall we? Right, I want you to go into approach mode now, please. Don't make this all be in vain.
Flap swap.
Check the speed.
No, I know we're too fast. Why aren't you slowing us down though? So we'll go down to green dot speed, and then we'll extend our first stage of flaps. Welcome back, Everything About Aviation. Welcome back. Yeah, we could make it £250. That's a brilliant idea, Aditya. Yeah, that's a fine plan. Absolutely brilliant plan.
Flaps 1.
Speed checked.
Right.
Flaps 1.
Let's have a quick look at Volanta. See how everyone else is doing. Okay, so we have Scott, who's about to turn final from the looks of things. We've got Mark, who's a little bit behind him. So what I'll do is I'll just extend this downwind so that they can come in safely, and then I'll follow them down. Yes, I can, Aditya. Yes, I can. That's in the works. It'll be in P3D in the PMGG 747. It's just a question of finding the time to do a proper long haul in it. Oh, I wasn't aware of that. I don't think PIA 8303. No, I won't. I mean, I went around at the right time. So yeah, we'll just do a nice long downwind and see a little bit of the Delhi area. Yeah, but I'm not going to be investing heavily in scenery for P3D because it's just going to be an occasional little thing. And obviously the 747 is in no state to fly at the moment in MSFS. Certainly at the moment. It may yet get there. So, Mark and Scott, if you're listening, this aircraft, or the real-world flight, last parked at gate Charlie 34 right. So if you're looking for a realistic gate, head there and I'll join you at one of the adjacent ones when I'm down.
Delhi traffic, Air India 882, established to runway 28, 7 miles.
So Mark is currently doing 211 knots and is going to be turning final in a little bit. So I think we'll keep going for another minute or two in this direction, and then we'll turn around and come back on ourselves. So we're approaching now a town or a village called Dadri. Have a little look at that. See, who knew we were going to get to see so many sights around Mumbai on this flight?
Delhi traffic, Air India 882, short final.
Just check there isn't anybody else around. No, there isn't. The airspace is pretty clear other than me, Mark and Scott. I'm sort of tempted to say I'm just going to keep flying until we get to £250, but I won't. Okay, so we're 23 nautical miles away now. We'll keep going a little bit longer, a little bit. I can't believe I messed that approach up quite as horrendously as I did. But, you know, this is what happens. Either you concentrate on the flying or you concentrate on other stuff. And when you concentrate on other stuff, the flying goes wrong. Okay. Having compared VPilot...
Delhi traffic, Air India 882, clear of runway 28.
Having compared VPilot and VATSPy, I am now fairly confident that we have enough time to... not enough time, that we can turn around and Mark will have enough time to get down before us. So we're going to turn back to heading 280 initially, and then we're going to make a left turn as we get closer once the localizer is alive to intercept it. Isn't. What isn't? Is the airport visible? It's too far away to see at the moment. It was far too visible earlier. Good, I'm glad you got your meal in the end, Dingo. Right, if we do a direct 2 now, back to FI28, then we should get a line at least, which gives us a heading to follow. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. And this should also be an intercept heading once the localizer's alive. So we'll keep an eye on that, and all will be well. Why don't I use X-Plane 11? I've never really been into X-Plane, so I use this in P3D, and I don't feel a need for a third simulator, really. No, unfortunately not, Joao. And yeah, basically MSFS is too pretty. P3D's quite a lot uglier, and X-Plane is uglier still, so it's too much. It's too much of a step down. So we have the localizer indicator over to the left, as it should be. So what we'll do is go back into selected heading mode and make a left turn to intercept it a little sooner.
11 miles.
That's out of order. That's out of order, Aditya. Yeah, you should get that lawsuit underway. And it's not too late. If you want to contribute to the DEC coronavirus appeal to help provide some support to the people of India during this horrendous coronavirus spike, then you can donate via streamlabs.com/filbertflies or directly to the charity following the link in the video description. So ordinarily, when I say ordinarily, I mean in a properly simulated A320 or a real one, we could arm approach mode now, and it would just fly this heading until it intercepts. But because this is MSFS, we're going to wait until the purple diamond starts moving across. Where did I say I was parking? Sorry, I was going to park at stand Charlie 34 right, which is basically on the bottom left-hand corner of the airfield. Got some interesting autogen stuff here, haven't we? Don't know what these things are, but I bet they don't look much like that in reality.
Delhi traffic, Air India 2369, established runway 28.
Should collab with Triviation. I'll look him up, Devour. Is it just you, or does the 787 Dreamliner cockpit look pretty good? It does look good. Yeah, it's a very well modelled plane. I would say. It just doesn't fly very well, or it didn't until this latest mod. I can't really comment on that because I haven't tried it. You're one of the people in the Roblox aviation community as a developer. Oh, cool. Oh, nice. Yeah, I've never been involved with Roblox. I know very little about it, but that sounds pretty cool. Is the ATC a bot? No, there is no ATC. The people you're hearing are Mark and Scott. We're all on Unicom on VATSIM. Okay, so the localizer's alive, and we will intercept it. Hopefully. Hopefully the plane will intercept it. Yes, here we go. Good. Delhi traffic, Air India 543, 11-mile final for runway 28. Yeah, it is a shame, Antody, it is. I'll look it up, Aditya, but realistically, I just don't have much time for anything else on the computer, unfortunately.
269, vacated runway 28.
Oh good, well at least I gave Mark plenty of room. Thank you, Kaffel. I mean, if I can't land it properly with a 10-mile final, then there's really no hope. I may as well just give up on the whole thing, I think. No, I shouldn't say stuff like that. So are the spoilers armed? No, they are.
Flaps 2.
Speed checked. Flaps 2.
Nice approach. Quite interesting.
Gear down.
Gear down.
And of course we have to do that on the throttle quadrant, which is something I really must get used to.
Flaps 3.
Speed checked. Flaps 3.
India 560, winds are 3204 knots, runway 28, clear to land.
I'm going to assume that was for Air India 543 and clear to land. Thank you, sir. Stick the cap in.
Flaps full.
Speed checked.
Flaps
there we
full.
are. See, it's worth.
Whoops, that was my bad.
Cabin crew, be seated for landing.
Landing checklist.
Cabin crew.
Advised.
Auto thrust.
Speed.
Auto brake.
Low.
ECAM memo.
Landing no blue.
Landing checklist complete.
Just all those. I know it's hugely populated area, isn't it? Insert everything about aviation if you're after the drone camera. No, I have no hatred for Roblox. I literally know virtually nothing about it.
1000.
Checked.
Thanks, Aditya. I will do my best to butter it. Welcome back, Anush. Good timing. No worries, Scott. Hoping for butter. We all are. We all are aviation. 09.
$500.
Getting some weird engine sounds here, like they're spooling up and down constantly.
400.
They're very quiet. Okay. And the auto thrust has stopped working.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
Okay, I've just lost my engines. I've lost my engines. No, here we are, they're back. Nothing happened.
Don't sink.
Crikey.
Don't
I'm
sink.
not going around again.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
What happened there? I've never had that in my
Don't
life.
sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
I've honestly,
Don't sink.
honestly.
Don't sink.
What on earth is
Don't
going
sink.
on here?
Don't sink. Don't sink.
50.
Don't sink. Don't sink.
Why is it saying don't sink?
sink.
I've got my gear down and all that.
Don't sink.
5.
Right. Welcome to Delhi, everybody. That was probably the most stressful short final I've ever had. But anyway, we're here. We made it. Right. If anyone can explain what happened there, I'd love to hear about it.
Continue.
Obviously, I
70
didn't
knots.
have time
Ladies
to
and gentlemen,
confirm
this is the
minima.
conclusion of our flight. Please remain seated with your seatbelts fastened until the captain has turned off the seatbelt sign and the aircraft is parked safely. This will be
Right.
your indication that it is safe to move around the cabin, gather your belongings and disembark.
Yes, I'm quite pleased. I mean, I've never lost my engines on short final before, and I think considering I didn't do too badly. And Teddy, thank you very, very much for the €10. What ended? Okay, right. I'm just going to stop here a minute, collect my thoughts. Get rid of the speed brake, turn off. Oh, I should say clear of runway. Delhi traffic, Air India 543, clear of runway. Turn off the landing lights. Taxi light is on. Turn off the strobes. I'm going to have a look at my chart and see where exactly we need to go. Where is my chart? It's blooming disappeared, isn't it? Ah, there we are. There we are. Okay. So we need to take a right, I think, on this taxiway. Although it's kind of suggesting we're not allowed to, but never mind. And then left. We'll follow November 7 round, I think. Take the outers. Yep, okay, good. Here we go. We will not do a replay. I'm sorry, Winteroo. I'm so sorry, because I've got to go to work tonight, so I sort of need to crack on a little bit. Also, I didn't start flight recorder. Also, it might be too traumatic for me. Let's do the after landing checklist, shall we?
After landing checklist.
Flaps.
Retracted.
Spoilers.
Disarmed.
APU.
Start.
Radar.
Off.
Predictive wind shear system.
Off.
After landing checklist.
What made me think I lost... I didn't lose my engines in that they didn't shut down. What I meant to say is that I lost any command over the thrust. So auto thrust speed was not doing anything, and I was just sinking. My speed was sinking towards a stall. And then when I took over control of the thrust levers and put them all the way forward to toga, nothing happened. And then eventually it did happen, but much, much later than I would have liked. Yeah, and that's right. They were going. I could hear them going up and down. And someone said I was sort of caught a glimpse of it. Caught a glimpse of it somewhere. Someone said that's happened. Yeah, it was Joao. Engine spooled down because of high temperature, which I've never experienced myself. But then I guess I haven't done much flying in very hot places before. So anyway, let's just hope it never happens again. No, it's not a calibration issue, because all of my detents work perfectly. It was showing
Air India
speed.
543, which stand did you require?
Standby one, I'm just turning a corner. Right, which stand did I require? Tristan, thank you very, very, very much. That is an awful joke, but for a £10 donation, your jokes can be as awful as they need to be. Thank you very much indeed. Where was I going to go? Charlie something. Yeah, let me have a look. Air India 543 was going to go for Charlie 34 right, but anything in that general vicinity will be fine by me. Yes, we're not flying in lifetime. We're flying at the time the real flight went. So we set off at 11:15 local-ish, and we were due to arrive... I can't remember, but it's in the video description. So yeah, this is what I normally do. I don't fly in lifetime.
Air India 2369 taking stand Charlie 32.
Yeah, I tend to fly when the real aircraft flew rather than in lifetime. So this is AvinashC's Delhi airport, which is a more recent release than his Hyderabad, and probably even slightly better in terms of detail. It's really very good indeed. Yeah, I don't know what it's all about. Weather is messed up. What's wrong with the weather? Seems to match the meta pretty well. Few clouds at 100 feet. Sorry, 1,000 feet. Yeah, looks alright to me. And obviously after we park, I will add any last minute donations to the total. So if anyone is still umming and ahhing, now's the time. Now's the time to dip your hand in your pocket and give as much as you can afford to support the fight against coronavirus in India. Here we are, here are the boys. Don't even need to look at my chart, I just need to head towards the other aircraft. Anyway, did we finish the after landing checklist? Yes we did, yes we did. I'd consider them Aviation 09, but I do have quite a long list already. But yeah, fire away, and if I fancy doing them, I'll add them to the list. Now I'm here. I think it's the one. Is it the one on the end? I think it's the one. No, it's the second one in. Second one in we want. Okay.
Taxi light off.
We won't bother with the left or the right. We'll just go for the middle one, I think. Here we are, there's Charlie 34. Is there a scenery for Cebu, or Cebu, or however you pronounce it? Because Manila sounds interesting. I know there's a newish payware scenery for there. Stop! Here we are. Brakes set. Oh, he didn't start the APU. He usually starts the APU. Never mind. We can go straight to external power. And we can cut the engines. It's going to get slightly stuffy in the cabin, but you know, we'll get them. We'll get them out of here. We'll close the stupid logbook thing. Turn off the beacon light. And leave the nav logo lights on. And we'll do the parking checklist.
Parking checklist.
APU bleed.
Oh, that's an interesting view. I quite like it.
Engines.
Off.
Seat belts.
Off.
Exterior lights.
Don't know if I did turn the seatbelt sign off actually. Nah, I didn't, did I? There we are.
Set.
Fuel pumps.
Off.
Parking brake and chocks.
On and in.
Parking checklist complete. Consider heavy rain.
Consider heavy rain? I mean, I'll consider it. Right, it's been considered. There is no heavy rain. So, anyway, here we are. A very, very warm welcome to Delhi. And the fantastic airport by AvinashC. Here we have Mark and Scott. I'm ever so sorry that I stuffed up my approach and didn't get to watch your landings, but I'm sure they were beautiful. I'm going to tot up the final amount then. Yes, it does work on external power, yeah. But I think in an airport that's this hot, the ideal would be to leave the APU running until people have got off, because it's like 34 degrees and there's no air conditioning. Unless they have ground air carts here, but I don't think that can be simulated. So what do we have? We have £10 from Tristan and €10 from Antody. So let me just convert the €10, which at the moment is £8.67, so £18.67 is a grand total of £221.58, which is just incredible. That's just incredible. Thank you all so much for your generosity. I was expecting to maybe get to £100 if we were lucky. So to have got to this level is just fantastic, and I really appreciate it. And the very first thing I do after ending this stream will be to donate that total to the DEC, and I will post a little screenshot of it in my Discord server. I'll catch up with the chat now, and then we will call it a day. Oh yes, Cebu, yes. Was there a response to my question about whether there's scenery for that? I don't think so. I'll look it up. I'll put it on the list for you, Aviation 09. And if there is scenery, then I'll do it sooner. If there isn't scenery, I'll do it later. But yes, I certainly like the idea of a flight to or from Manila. How do you move with the free camera? So you can bind the drone. If you mean the drone camera, you can bind it to your joystick, which is what I've done, and then you can use the C key to toggle between controlling your aircraft and controlling the drone. So I can't remember the specific axes, but it's sort of things like translate drone view right, translate drone view left, and then up and down I've got on my hat switch, and rotation I've got on my twist axis of my joystick. So that's how I do it, but you can set it up how you like. A little scary, careful. Yes, I'll give you that one. There were a few moments there, weren't there? But you know, that makes it all the more entertaining. Garlic Games, welcome back. You've never been on YouTube for 2.5 hours straight. Well, it's an honour to be your first 2.5 hour stream, Aditya. Yes, thank you very much, everyone. Add the 5.5. Oh yes, yeah, I will. I'll add that. So there may have been other donations via the website. We don't know. But yes, it will be 226.58 at least, probably more. So yeah, that's absolutely fantastic. Glad you enjoyed it, Colin. VIDP Airport is making you hyperventilate because you spent so much time there. Is it Simon? Goodness me! Another 34.69, you little treasure. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let me add that then. 34.69. 256.27, and that is excluding Kaffel's donation. So again, probably more than that. Obviously at least £5 more than that, possibly more. If anyone else wants to chip anything in, please feel free to do it now. If you don't make it before the end of the stream, then look at the link in the video description. You can give it straight to the charity. So that's just awesome. Why are you calling Kaffel bad? You left Delhi 2 years ago, and now you're in Hyderabad. Is that right, Aditya? Yeah, we've done it. Over £250. I'd forgotten that was a later goal. That's so awesome. You're all absolute legends. Thank you. I am going to. Simon, big giga chat. Yeah. Did you say I think you said you're in Hyderabad at the moment. I don't know if you live there or not. But anyway, I'm going to call it a day there. Thank you all very much for joining. Mark and Scott, thank you very much for flying with me. It made it a lot more entertaining. And my next stream is going to be, I haven't quite decided yet because I'm on nights tonight, tomorrow and Wednesday. It'll be either Thursday, Friday or Saturday. But I'll see how I get on my nights and whether I've got the energy to do one on Thursday afternoon. If not, then probably Friday afternoon. He does. Good. All right. I think we'll leave it there. Thank you for joining. Thank you for donating. As I said, I'll post in my Discord server that total amount and a little screenshot of the receipt. And I'll see you all very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.